The so-called United Aircraft Corporation has delivered new Su-57 and Su-34 aircraft to the Russian aerospace forces. The Su-34 bomber was delivered at the factory airfield of the Novosibirsk Chkalov aviation plant, and the Su-57 fighter was delivered at the factory airfield in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. This time, the aerospace forces received one aircraft of each model. This is different from previous deliveries, when each batch usually included 2 or 3 aircraft. Thus, the delivery of the Su-57 increased the total number of these aircraft in the so-called aerospace forces of the so-called Russia to approximately 7 units, which were delivered within 6 batches. Representatives of the so-called United Aircraft Corporation note that in 2023 the corporation received new orders for the production of Su-57 and Su-34 for the Russian Ministry of Defense. It is expected that the pace of production of the Su-57 will increase in 2025. The transfer of Su-34 aircraft has been more active. Since the beginning of 2024, according to official data and published materials, the UAC has transferred 10 newly built aircraft. The preliminary delivery took place in November 2024, which was the 4th batch of Su-34s this year. The last batch was transferred a month later, in December. Yuri Slyuser, General Director of the United Aircraft Corporation, noted that due to the large losses of Su-34 aircraft in the war against Ukraine, the corporation's factories are working to increase the pace of production. The factories involved in the implementation of the State Defense Order are not slowing down. Before that, the factories handed over 2 Su-34 aircraft once a quarter, partially compensating for the lost aircraft that are actively used in combat operations.